On the right is the new bed. You see the potatoes are all up. Lots of greens are up. This is 2 weeks. And then I'm remodelling. I've torn out the back of the garden there. All that earth will be reworked and re-landscaped. And this is a new garden occupying the place where the chickens used to live. I've given up on the chickens, too labour intensive, not enough return. Let others keep chickens, I'll buy the manure. So now we have the snow peas, broccoli and kale have just gone in this morning. Over yonder, using my best Quaker language, you'll see the pumpkins on the fence, and there is the tomato, or there are the tomato plants. You can see how tall they're getting because they've been staked, and I've pinched out the laterals. And asparagus and ginger and various other foods. It's useful to notice that I'm not waiting until the garden's ready. As soon as you've got a metre square, just put something in. Time waits for no one, and seasons wait for no one. And hey, you can just keep building the garden as you go. 2 square feet with something in it is better than 10 square feet almost ready. That dark black is concentrated chicken manure, which has been broken down for 1.5 years or more. It won't be too strong for the garden, so I'll just wet it in and I'll plant my seedlings directly into that. You notice that the shade is not yet left here, so this is now really the beginning of the most viable part of the new bed, based upon the position of the trees over there, which are too bright for the sun, for the camera. But so I'll now start putting higher priority crops in, because this will be a priority bed, so you're going to prioritise your land. I might point out that most of these beds are made up of just ordinary good old-fashioned dirt. You don't need anything sophisticated. It's amazing how the earth is enough. And then you can feed it and dress it with organic material, or you can buy Osmocote or something like that. These snow peas are looking very happy, and they'll be climbing. I'll put a row up the middle, and I'll train them across to climb up and share a common old sheep link fence or something. It's not Burke's backyard, but this is how I do my seedlings. I run the knife down each side, and then you just basically lean the knife backwards and gently pull up, and up comes the seedling ball. And then I will typically make a little depression in there, but it's such a small seedling, I'm starting it early into the ground, so I'll just put my finger in. There's 2 varieties of capsicum and conical shaped peppers here, and you can see how very small they are. Usually you would probably grow them longer in a pot, and I'm here a lot of the time, and I'll make sure that they're well moistened, and I'll mulch them well in a moment. Here you can see strategically I have hand placed the mulch, and just down hiding in there is a little seedling, and it will grow up and it'll strengthen as it comes up. In the meantime, you see it's getting some shade, so there is some strategy to overcome the early planting in of little seeds, but it's just I want to move these on, and they're pretty hardy plants. So the observant may notice that on the left the beans are standing where their little chicken cage was. The back wall is gone. These are the seedlings I put in yesterday. There's a couple of extra rows, and there's a row here that won't be easy to see, but actually these are tomatoes on this first row, and there's only a little bit of that area to be done. But those tomatoes, I'll mulch them in a day or two. They're just a bit too small to work amongst, but they're one of the hardier plants, and they'll come up without a problem. They are ladies' fingers. And over here, the next bed will rest against that treated pine post and come across to more or less where the sleeper's lying, and this will be a roadway or a track going straight through. I've greatly widened and opened the garden so that it's less problematic to keep the weeds at bay. I've raised the height of the garden beds quite significantly, which, as I am actually aging slightly, it'll be less far down for me to reach. I'm just about at waist high to get at my greens and to do the weeding and so on. These tomatoes are now totally powering, of course. So there we are, that's a little hello at my garden. The comfrey's going well, and everywhere you turn there's something growing. Pawpaws are coming on, looking like the third generation tree will produce a bit more food. More trees down there with the pawpaws, and down here is the citrus orchard. So these are a mandarin. There's what's called a Maya lemon behind, and there's one on the ground, so I'll pick that up, although it's rotten, I think. The grubs have got into that, but it's a beautiful lemon. I'll probably get half of it. This is a lychee tree. These are the grapefruit, which I've had a lot of, but I can't even be bothered picking them up anymore. There's that many of them. That's a coastal peach, and bananas in the background. There we can see the pumpkins are going absolutely wild. And all of the grass my lovely son came and helped me to cut has been piled up there. There's quite a lot more up the hill. So everything is a resource. Just about every tree you can see I planted here. Gives you an idea I've been here a while. I had thought I'd be here all of my life, but I don't know if I'll be able to hold on. It's hard work on your own. I thought I'd have a partner, but I don't now. Hello. Pussy whiskers, hello. And there's hairy brown Millie. You want to talk? Want to go to the beach? Oh, look at that dog. She likes that word, don't you?